Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to get underway. If everyone can find their seats and remember to enjoy the show. Thank you.
Hey everybody, welcome to Coming of Age.
Welcome.
A movie review podcast hosted by your beautiful friend Chase Cummins.
And your other beautiful person friend, Alan Loosebrock.
And today we have a special guest all the way from Gainesville, Florida, via satellite.
Yeah, it is via satellite.
Our very good friend.
It's me. It's me.
From Spring Break 2013. It's Dan Jopling.
That's me. That's who I am. I'm Dan Jopling. That's
Jopling.
me, and I'm here too.
And he's our good friend, and we love him very much. And he.
Are you here, Dan? I can't tell if you're here.
I'm here. No, I'm here. Y'all are there. I'm here.
Cool.
Stay over there.
Yeah.
We're just.
Yeah.
We're gonna do this so much. If this is gonna happen so often now. Dan, you're part of the podcast.
Oodie. That's all I have to say to that. Oodie.
Oodie.
I guess let's just let's crack some eggs. Dan, do you have anything in the film world that you've seen recently that you like to talk about, or just in general?
Yeah, I saw Sherlock Gnomes. I saw Sherlock Gnomes the other week.
Beautiful.
Pretty phenomenal piece of cinema. Actually, no, it was fucking garbage. But I have a child, so that's what I do. Is I go to these things just because whatever kills the time, right?
Who's in it?
Whatever to make myself into Adam Sandler and click. So I just fast forward through my child's life, and then I don't have to worry about it.
And then regret it at the age of 80.
All right, let's not talk, son. Let's just watch this movie.
Go download Harry Chapin and grow up there.
No, let me say you're a great father.
Oh,
honestly, watching your Facebook Live videos of you like driving back home, dude, I loved it so much. So entertaining.
I'm glad, because
Sawyer doesn't even know what he's got.
Yeah.
No, and he's got a lot.
That's right.
But in terms of movies and shit, I don't know. I end up rewatching like so much of the same shit. I just caught up on Trailer Park Boys. Just caught up on I hadn't watched season 11. Just watched 11 and 12 together. And
are those the new
12
seasons?
being the last season with, huh?
Is 11 and 12 the new season? The new seasons?
11 came out. There's 12 now. There's 12 seasons. John Dunsworth died at the end of the 12th season, and they have a little heartwarming bit from him. No, just watch mostly shit. Mostly watch
just garbage TV.
Hitler's Secret Bunker. And I murdered my wife, but she murdered me first, and then we murdered all of our children together. That sort of shit. Murder porn. It's great.
That's a show?
Is that the name?
I think so.
Can you say that right into the mic? Say that right into the mic again.
Jack Donaghy produced it.
Oh, well, I mean, it's just innovative then.
Yeah. Synergy. All that shit.
It's just lazy.
I mean, that's what he had to put his energy into after he lost the microwave oven division.
It's true. It's a true story.
Well, all right. That's I'm sorry to hear that. How about you, Chase? Is there anything
that I
lovely in your life that you watched?
Sure. Lots of things.
Wonderful.
I can't remember them right now.
That's all right.
Yeah.
I watched the fucking Andre the Giant documentary, and I recommend that shit to everyone. It is.
I started the Andre the Giant documentary.
I started it a couple times. I was just falling asleep, but
yeah, exactly.
I had some time. No. Once they start talking about Hulk Hogan and WrestleMania, it is the fucking best thing ever. It is so good. And I love it. I watched it a couple times. It was amazing.
I've yet to see that.
Very good feels coming from that. And then it's pretty sad after that. It's pretty fucking sad. And you're like, damn. But other than that.
So I remember some stuff I watched this week. I watched the new Westworld.
Ooh,
Did you? Did you, Dan?
I did.
Okay, I did too. I did too.
Ben and I watched
Spoilers.
Ooh.
I'm just kidding. I don't even know what to say to spoil that
Dan,
show.
I don't think we talked about season 1 before. Did you like it?
No, I don't. I mean, no, it came out. After we were together. What do you want to talk about? Season? It was fucking phenomenal. It was a long time ago, and there's a lot of stuff that happened, so I don't remember it all. But it was.
I just really just wanted to hear if you liked it or not.
Oh no, I fucking hated it. I watched all of it and hated it. Just kidding, I loved it. Knew that glasses guy, Mr. Bernard. That guy called it like 3 episodes out. I was like robot.
Same.
Robot mofo.
Yeah, that guy's such a fucking robot.
I was like, they can't all be robots.
It was
come
all
on.
shit about like he was the only one who had a backstory. Like he was the only one of the characters that they went into a backstory, which they talked about. Like that was the that was the cornerstone for all of these robots and everything.
They all have these
have a backstory.
Yeah.
Yeah, that causes them like, and that's what keeps him at the park is his fucking kid died of cancer or whatever.
He's also a replication of Arnold, and Arnold starts with an A and Bernard starts with a B because he's like the next Arnold.
Wow.
It's an alphabetical thing.
There has to be more of those for that to like. When's Charles coming?
Well,
I'm just
next.
so
Or maybe
excited
Cindy.
for Kabuki Land for fucking.
Honestly, same. Honestly, fucking same.
Oh my god.
All I want is
world.
fucking samurai shit.
Oh.
We're getting it this season for sure.
Fucking getting it.
We're fucking getting it.
Yeah, that's cool. Have you watched Barry?
Yeah, I've seen like the first 2 episodes of Barry. And I mean, just fucking anything with Bill Hader, I love. And then I didn't even realize until after the credits that Bill Hader also created the show. I didn't know that he also wrote the show and shit too. So it's just like, that's just a given that I'm gonna fucking love that shit.
Fuck yeah.
My favorite part about it so far is the fucking bald, like, is he Chechenian? Is it the Chechenians or something? The bald one who keeps texting him all the hilarious shit. When he's gonna kill people, asking him when he's gonna kill people and stuff.
Also the hitman Taylor, who he's a hitman now, but like the ex-Marine who are you all the way caught up?
No, I know. Okay. I'm only like 2 episodes in.
Never mind.
There's a fantastic character that just got introduced, and you'll very much enjoy him. But
I'm excited.
Oh yes.
There's
a lot of shit out right now, and I just can't even keep up. There's literally shows that I'm like way behind on, and I'm just like, I can't look at. I can't look at my screen right now.
Last Man on Earth is a show that I fucking love it. Have you guys watched that?
I've watched the first couple episodes, and honestly, I fucking loved it.
I watched the first 6 episodes. I loved it.
Yeah, it can get a little stale actually at the beginning, I think, and then it starts to break out of that a little bit later on. Mm-hmm. But Jason Sudeikis comes into that and shit, and
nice.
Fred Armisen was in this last season for a couple episodes. It's John Hamm was in literally like 30 seconds, and then he got blasted in the chest with a shotgun.
John Hamm is literally in everything.
It's so great. Like they'll do that.
Seriously.
They'll bring in like a really big guest star and then just kill them immediately.
I love that.
That's awesome.
If I was a guest star, that's what I would want.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's perfect.
You get to work for like 1 day on a TV show, get a paycheck, and get like to die awesome on screen. But of course, what actor wouldn't want to do that?
Yeah, it's so amazing.
John Hamm isn't. That's funny that you said John Hamm's in it, because
he's in
right now.
Fucking everything.
Yeah. Oh, he's in Legion now.
Yeah,
he's a narrator in Legion.
Oh,
like kind of like. Did you watch season 3 of Fargo?
No.
Okay. Well, they have like Billy Bob Thornton doing narrating in that.
Oh, that's cool.
It's kind of the same fucking kind of thing going on there.
Yeah.
Not that John Hamm was in the first season of Legion.
Yeah,
but he should have been.
Definitely.
He should be Mr. Fantastic.
He is Mr. Fantastic.
But he's in fucking Barry as well. He's in like the second or third episode. Barry has like some
he's in the third episode.
Fantasy.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Hey, John Hamm, you're my best friend." I'm like,
it's John Hamm, yeah.
It's just John Hamm playing himself at like a fucking barbecue.
It's hilarious.
That's great.
And yeah, what the fuck, dude? He's on so much shit. He was just on Comedy Bang Bang. Like, he's awesome.
He's on Comedy Bang Bang all the time. I've been slacking on my Bang Bang. I haven't been listening to it as much just because
Last episode was funny as shit.
I listened to literally every episode of last podcast within 6 months, and so that
holy
kinda took
shit
over for a while. Yeah, dude, it was a lot. It was a lot. Just listen to it every day. It was great. I'm a little worried for my own mental state because I would just listen to it like the most disgusting ones, just like while eating lunch, just like eating sushi, eating raw fish, and just like listening to Albert Fish fucking like molest children and fucking eat tits and shit.
I listened to Albert Fish like 3 weeks ago or a month ago.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah.
That stuff doesn't bother me like from eating food though, you know?
I mean, he was eating little children. And they get pretty fucking graphic. And when you're eating a meal, that can be a little...
He'd be like, "Am I eating kids?"
Well, it's just... when you're eating like the raw fish, it's just like... It gets a little visceral, you know? It's a little like... this is a little... just melty, a little fleshy.
I can see how the Albert Fish one would be a little difficult to listen to while eating some sushi.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be a little tough.
It's just the fish thing. I think it's just fish. I'm just like, fish.
Yeah. No, it's fish.
I think listening to any podcast with John Gabris is probably what would make me like throw up while eating. Because he just goes to the asshole, or, you know, he's just typical dude humor. Disgusting sexual shit and poop.
Yeah.
Poop.
But anyway... fuck everything else. You want to talk about this movie?
Sure.
Yeah, let's do that. Sure, that sounds
We watched a movie. What? Say something.
No. I'm so sorry. You're the host. I'm so sorry.
No.
You can say anything you want.
No, baby.
No, you go.
Okay, we watched a movie called Society. As directed by Brian Yuzna. You may know his name from films like Re-Animator and From Beyond and Castle Freak. And I think he was part of Castle Freak. I think he's like part of most of Stuart Gordon's directorial stuff.
Okay.
But this was his directorial debut. And he's very much into kind of body horror. He said he based a lot of the body horror designs of this film off of Salvador Dali paintings.
I could see that.
Yeah.
See, what I was thinking was like, how are you so Cronenberg without David Cronenberg being involved in this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very true. But like even like all those other... I mean, he's been a part of so many other films that aren't David Cronenberg. And they're very body horror as well, you know? They're on that plane. They're just like a tick lower. Like
I would honestly say the effects are just about as like the body horror effects are just about as good as David Cronenberg. Yeah. It's just the overall tone of the movie, like the actual substance of the movie isn't as like mature and.
Well, you know you're gonna have great effects when you have as the guy in charge of your surrealist makeup effects, Screaming Mad George.
Yep. Yeah, it's like
his official.
Some Japanese awesome guy.
Credit. Screaming Mad George.
Apparently the movie was based, like, this is the difference between him and Cronenberg. The movie and the plot and everything were based around what visual effects he could do. Like, I read that on the internet.
Really? Like, we got taffy. We got a lot of taffy, so
let's have him licking this guy.
I can make a guy's tongue fall out of his mouth and it will be really long.
Kiss did it better.
An asshole.
Oh my god! Fuck you, butthead.
We'll get to the. We'll get to.
You guys just want to talk about the last scene right now?
No, I mean, listen. As much as I really want to get to the bottom I think we should build a little bit. Because it gets heavy quick there at the end. Yeah.
Honestly, like the whole
it amps up fast.
The whole movie is kind of moving like very quickly, and I was like, oh shit, all right, we're not like pulling any punches here. The beginning scene is like him just sweaty entering the house, and it's got all this ominous fucking music, and he's grabbing a knife, and you hear like screaming and TikToks, and it honestly sounds like the beginning of Dark Side of the Moon. Like that's literally what I thought of. It's like TikTok.
There's people laughing. Yeah. It really did sound like that. The sound design in this movie was pretty wild the whole time.
Yeah, the music was crazy as fuck too, and they're playing like ballet music, super slowed down
and like pitching it and shit.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
It was so creepy.
I liked that.
That's always a good thing. Like children's music slowed down, or just like anything that's supposed to be innocent, and then you just like pitch shift it.
Children's
so scary.
Movies slowed down. If you watch Sherlock Gnomes slowed down, it's creepy as fuck.
I'm sure it would be.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about Sherlock Gnomes, and I'm sure that movie would be like scary if you slowed it down to like
really turned it to negative.
Yeah, because it would last a lot longer. That's why it would be so fucking terrifying.
Yeah, it's like a torture movie.
I have twice as long to sit through this fucking movie now.
Dude, we at trivia like 2 weeks ago, that was the answer to one of the trivia questions, and Jordan's dad was like, "It's Sherlock Gnomes," and I thought he was fucking with me. It literally took him 15 minutes to convince me that it was a real movie. Yeah,
it was the answer to the question.
Well, it was like a multi. It was like, what are the top 10 like best-selling movies from last week? Mm-hmm. And that was the top 5.
So does anything even fucking happen like before the title credits come up? He's just like looking through the house.
Yeah. That's it.
And then they're screaming and shit. And then the title credits start rolling.
And then then his mom comes in, and then society, right?
Yeah. And it's like Billy Warlock is our fucking star.
Billy Warlock.
Which is great.
What a wonderful name.
That his name is Billy in the fucking movie. So we can just call him Billy Warlock, and I love it.
Do you think they named his character Billy because it would be easier for the actor to remember
to respond?
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be funny, but I can't. I hope not. I hope that's not why.
He's done shit on, like, he did stuff on Baywatch.
Yeah, that was what he's most famous for.
He's probably just a dunce. It's for a little John Stamos motherfucker.
I was on a movie one time where me and the other guy, our real names were Dan and Alex, and our characters' names were something and Joey. But then the two camera guys were also named Joey and Dan, my actual name, and then my character's name. So every time anybody called anybody, I was just like, what? And they were like, we're not talking to you. And I'm just like, okay, bye. It's really super organized.
So I love that.
That was river money.
Yeah, but that played in a theater, which is crazy.
Yeah, it did. Oh, that was insane. How did that happen?
Yeah, I don't know.
Ooh, how did that happen?
Oh my god!
Honestly, that was a fun movie to watch.
This guy that we went to film school with just somehow wrangled a team of people together and started making a movie with like a production team and everything. And then about 4 days in, they realized that he had no fucking clue what he was doing. And they were just like, yeah, he kept fighting with them on everything, even though he hired them to make his movie. And then they pretty much all quit. And then he rehired me and the actor to finish shooting it like a month and a half later, and then somehow got it played in the like main theater in downtown Orlando on like a show night, like it was like a weekend or something.
It was a Friday night
at like 7 o'clock. Yeah, it was like a Friday night at 7 o'clock. I don't understand it at all, but he did have the deepest, most gorgeous, sparkling like blue-green eyes you've ever seen, and I think that's how he did it. I think he was an idiot, but he was just mesmerizing.
He's a wizard.
He did have piercing eyes.
He's got them Rasputin eyes.
Yeah, he really did. They literally glowed.
Dude, they were crazy.
Those horrible yellow eyes.
Speaking of crazy,
Speaking of crazy.
Speaking of worms and pears.
Billy Whitney.
Bill fucking Whitney.
So, okay, so yeah, worms and pears, or worms and apples or whatever. He is having like a hallucination in his therapist's office, bites into an apple as he's talking about being like paranoid and shit, sees a bunch of worms. Comes in later after shit's going well for him, bites into another apple, is just like, oh yeah, let me go for another apple.
Oh, I love that.
And then you can see the look of like happy surprise on his face when there's not worms in it.
He like makes sure and he's like, yeah, cool, all right.
But then why did you try to bite the apple in the first place if you expected worms?
He was hungry. Billy was hungry.
He was starving. He had just gone through that debate and just nailed it.
Oh my God.
Nailed that kid to the wall.
Okay, so also though, by the end of the movie, we find out that like he's not making it up in his head, and these people are like actually out to get him. So like, did they put the worms in the apple, or did he actually hallucinate them?
Most of the time, I'm wondering whether he's like is kind of crazy and this is happening. I'm like, what the fuck?
There are a lot of questions left unanswered in this film. It's a fun ride, but yeah, they don't give you a lot of concrete information.
No, not at all.
No backstory. It's just like, wait, like is everyone in the society always like this? Is it like really a different race, like he kind of said, or is it, or can you become one?
Okay, so also the bit is just so everybody know, in case you haven't seen Society. Basic premise is rich kid in Beverly Hills, high schooler, is super paranoid that like everybody's out to get him, and like people are acting strangely towards him. His family's like distant, and like he's scared that there's some conspiracy like just trying to fucking kill and rape him, I guess. And he may not be wrong.
Well, even in the first scene, he's like talking about being paranoid about like fucking incest in his family and stuff like that. Yeah. And it's just like, what the fuck is going on, dude? He talks about incest and psychosis. It's like what he says.
That's when he goes back. That's actually after he eats the second apple that he's happy about. That's after that happy apple. And then he's like, which then that leads into the therapist just being like, cut the bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, it's a no nonsense therapist.
Yeah, that was the worst therapist of all time.
Like, you realize later that he's
good reason.
Yeah, he's not I love the line where they're just like, you deserve what's gonna happen to you. And he's like, what's gonna happen to me? He's like, you're gonna be a great contribution to society. You know, like that whole that line. They say it a good little bit of times in there. Every time it comes up.
Oh, they say society so many times.
Oh, society for sure.
Yeah. Did you see the statue sucking its own dick in the sisters' room? Like when they first go into the sisters' room?
I didn't think that's what it was, but I did see. Me and Jordan both saw it. Like the legs over the fucking head.
It definitely looks like a statue sucking its own dick. Which
I didn't think of that.
I thought that was purposeful. I thought that was.
I'm sure.
I thought that was motivated.
Honestly, it totally. Probably is with fucking Brian Yuzna, the motherfucker.
What's crazy about this movie, for how bad it is, a lot of it is motivated.
No, yeah, like the gold like statue people holding up the globe thing in the front hallway.
Yeah,
like fucking New World Order, like they're people holding up the world and shit. Yeah, no.
Well, like I think this movie is like a visual movie. Most of everything else around it is just. It doesn't matter. It's just around it.
Like
he doesn't. Like you said, even the director, he doesn't fucking care. Like.
Yeah, it's like you said. He was just like, okay, what do I have? What can I make? All right, let's make a movie now with that.
Yeah, but it came out pretty actor, good. Come here.
Yeah, which I guess what he had was also a sprawling Beverly Hills mansion. He was just like, oh yeah, I got that too.
Oh yeah.
Well,
it's in the budget.
Yeah, it probably was. Well, it's because he saved money on hiring all of the famous celebrity of the '80s lookalikes.
Yeah.
Like everybody in this movie looks like someone else.
I have that written down somewhere. Let's see. What did I say? Billy knockoff Rob Lowe with the voice of like a Matthew Lawrence.
Oh my God.
He's very much Rob Lowe, but halfway through the movie, I was like John Stamos all the way.
You started with Rob Lowe though. You did.
But at certain points, I thought he was a little baby Bale. I thought he was a little Christian Bale.
Dude, I even saw a little Michael J. Fox in there. Like when he's getting out of the pool.
Yeah,
he just looks so 80s.
No, so that is the most unrealistic thing in this movie. Is like one of the very first scene where he slam dunks a basketball. Bullshit. That guy is like 5'6". There's no way
he's Teen Wolf.
Basketball. I guess so. I forgot about that.
What year?
And
did
then
this
Martin, the nerdy guy with glasses, he's like running against the running guy in the campaign. James Spader, little James Spader.
Yeah, or kind of like the main character from Almost Famous as well, Patrick Fugit.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of like lookalikes in this movie, so it truly feels like a B movie. It's just like. So, like, it's actors who resemble famous celebrities, but they're not quite the A-list actor.
No.
Yeah, and then it's like a knockoff Cronenberg.
I wouldn't even say knockoff Cronenberg. I feel like it was already its own thing. Like while that was.
I mean, Cronenberg was big by then.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think it's necessarily. It's just like Cronenberg's the one that we know about. Like, I feel like a bunch of people were doing stuff like that. It's just like Cronenberg's the one that shoots through. That like he was the best one.
Yeah, exactly.
So he's the one everybody knows about.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you get like They Live vibes as well? Like I was feeling that. There's no like kind of like at the very beginning of the film, I was just like it was like They Live, but he already knew. Like he already knew they were like infected in the household and stuff. It was weird. I got a lot of those vibes as well.
I definitely got some They Live vibes. I honestly got like some fucking Sallow 120 Days of Sodom vibe in the last little sequence.
Oh yeah, in the end of it.
Yeah, the very end of it, it was just like, okay, this has gone from like Cronenberg to Carpenter to fucking Pasolini, and it's worse than all three of those things, but. It's
still pretty good.
It's still pretty entertaining.
It's not like it's even worse. It's not a comparable thing. Like it's not.
Yeah, like altogether, it's not. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the fuck was going on. Like when he goes to his Jeep and he finds the screw in the Ken doll head. And then like later on he finds the blow up doll and his friend Milo like says it was me all along. I'm like, wait, why? Like I don't get this. He like explained it, I think. I watched it a couple times and like every time he explained it I was like, oh wait, I missed it. I don't know why. Like it didn't make any fucking sense at all.
No, again, a lot of questions. Like, okay, so Hot Chick's mom, what was her? Clarissa.
Oh my God, yes.
Mom, I call her the Momgaloid.
Yes.
She was she
yes. was she necessary?
Was she one of the? Was she one of the things too? Was she one of the monsters? Like the?
No, I don't think so.
Too?
I don't know because she was eating hair.
Well, then why was she fucking eating hair?
Yeah,
then why did she eat the hair?
And she was in like a trance the whole time.
I think she was, honestly, I was even like wondering if Clarissa was. Because like Clarissa seems like she's going with it, but she's jumping sides back and forth. Like, yeah, her legs are like backwards in the bed for sure. But at the end, she's like, go on.
I was just gonna say one thing we know about Billy is he's gotta have that good dick because Clarissa just for some reason after being born and bred in this society and everything and being like, oh, these guys will fucking suck my face off and turn me into taffy, I'm just gonna free Billy because I fucked him one time.
It's a free sexual society. Like they're all like kind of turning into monsters and having sex in them. It was like they're having like anamorph sex or fucking,
it's not even sex. They're literally climbing inside of another human.
It looks great
all the way
and having
multiple
a sexual
people.
Experience.
They look like they're having a blast.
Yeah, it's like
There are some moments like in the title sequence when they're doing the credits and it's just like you just see like flops.
Yes, I love
jiggling.
that.
But like there are some moments you see some people's faces where they're kissing, and that's love, man. Like you just see it in their eyes, you just see it in their face. It's just like that's fucking love right there.
Yeah,
and it's beautiful.
And you knew that the movie was going to be amazing and a story not unlike The Notebook.
With lines like, your boobs look so sexy, guys are going to pop high ones when they get a load of you. I mean...
I love pop high ones. I wrote that down too.
I had to rewind for Pop High Ones.
Pop High Ones is fan-fucking-tastic.
Oh, and let us not forget, how do you like your tea? Cream, sugar, or do you want me to pee in it?
Yeah, I love
And then he goes, Clarissa, you're a class act.
Just like, I'll take the piss, hold the tea, darling.
Yeah, what the hell? And that's right, like, around that time when they're, I think it's right when he gets out of the pool from the party. She's like, look at your button. It's just hanging on by a single thread. It's going to fall off. And then she, like, takes it off. She's like, oops, told ya. And it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And she's like, do you want to come over and fuck me? He's like, well, yeah, sure.
She said, do you want to go get soaked? And I was really sure, because also it doesn't fucking make any sense. I was like, did she just say, do you want to go get sucked? Because that's immediately what happened.
Yeah. Yep. There was like, I was looking at trivia for this movie. Okay, you know the scene where obviously after they had sex, he's like on the floor and her butt and her legs are like backwards and stuff. Yeah. On trivia, it was like, how they achieved this effect was one of the actress's friends came on set and like, well, which I thought was weird as shit. But I thought it was even weirder that they're explaining, like, it's clearly very easy to do what they did.
Just
like,
someone else's
you have two people and there's a blanket. It's like,
they have like the masked magician from those old Fox specials that come on to explain how the magic happens, and he's like, we get the assistant out here and she slips into the box and she folds her legs up like this.
I've never done this before.
In that scene, didn't like another arm come across his back and it was
yes,
like a third hand?
Yeah, that was weird as fuck.
Yeah.
I thought there was gonna be more people in the room.
Yeah, but we found out they can morph and grow
when
body
his sister
parts.
was in the shower, what's so great about back boobs? Like, what's so great about back boobs?
He was like, so butt? Just like, like what? And then he opens it up. She's like, what the fuck? And he's like, oh, I just came to grab this. Like, just grab some shit.
It's just like some fucking jerk off lotion.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I think he was looking for sunscreen. I think that actually was what he wanted.
Yeah,
it was just convenient.
Yeah.
It's convenient placing.
Yeah. Billy Warlock needs sunscreen. Okay, so the beach. The beach he's with his girlfriend who, like, obviously he does not give a fuck about. This is like before they go to that party and everything.
She wants him to go to the party.
And
she's begging him for that invitation.
Yeah, she's like, oh, we gotta go to the fucking party. And these little kids are like army crawling in the background. And I honestly love just that shot so much of them chilling on the beach. The little kids with like war paint just like crawling behind them. And then just,
I feel like that's just a classic 80s thing. Is just like little kids fucking with you, just like random strangers
jizzing on your face. Like Billy Warlock looked like a fool.
Do they squirt sunscreen on their face? That was what happened.
Yeah. And then that's when Clarissa shows up. Clarissa shows up in that fucking bomb ass like sapphire bikini.
Yeah, and she squirts the sunscreen onto Billy's face because he's fucking crawling through the sand like a fucking moron.
He is.
After the sunscreen.
He is. What the fuck? They go over. What's his name? Ferguson.
Yeah.
Turd Ferguson. Ted the tycoon. Ted the tycoon Ferguson is like the fucking bully in this movie, and everyone just sucks by his tent.
I just love that he was like, "I'll send you a telegram," and then he sent him a telegram.
Yeah, what the fuck?
And then he was like being an asshole, being like, hey, can we come to your party? And he was like, oh, if there's anything going on, I'll send you a telegram. And then like actually sends him a goddamn telegram.
Which is hilarious.
Yeah.
Well written.
Hey, it was the 80s.
So also, I like that the moral of the story, you shouldn't give a shit about your bitchy girlfriend because the slutty chick might save your life. Threw away his girlfriend.
Don't hold on to your roots.
Okay.
Don't choose your first option.
What you're born with might be wrong, baby. Actually, you didn't even know. It wasn't even clarified like if he was adopted or not.
He was adopted. It implied that they like kidnapped him and raised him in captivity for this moment.
I missed that. Clarissa, looking beautiful, looking fine on the beach, squirts Billy in the face.
Squirter.
Exactly, just like that. He's taken. He loves it. We love it. You love it. Eventually, on the beach, we have a little scuffle with some fucking dickheads. And then David Blanchard is there showing recordings of Billy's family being weird and incesty. And then also
freaky, dude.
Ted Ferguson is on the recording. And did they like kill him in the recording or something?
No, they fucked him. They were fucking him.
They're fucking him.
No.
Oh, okay,
no.
yeah.
I think the screaming and stuff. I think that was another person they were shunting. I think that was the sounds of them shunting somebody else.
Yeah. So I was always screaming and laughing and coming, like going on in the same thing, and it's beautiful. It's art.
It kind of was though. Like the movie seemed to have somewhat of a point and knew what it was kind of trying to say at the end. I mean,
I think it was nail on the head the entire time.
That's
it knew what it was trying to say.
It did, and it said it blatantly, like just like
it became literal.
With like no subtlety at all. They were just like, look, they literally suck on them with like big old, like they look
Alf, like big old Alf noses.
Okay, no. When Ted gets self shunted. And his lips come off of Billy's lips, and he's got
he looks like Donkey Kong.
Did you ever see the porn of like the suctioned out pussies? Like that's what that was. It was just like
oh my god,
just 4-inch lips.
That's a much more disturbing place than my mind went.
I disagree. I think it looked like Gumby.
I was in the Mask Jim Carrey.
Oh
era,
no! I was in puffy pussy porn.
You're in Puffy Pussy Land.
Yeah, I was in Claymation World.
Puffy Pussy Land. Hi, welcome to my Puffy Pussy Palace. Don't sit on anything. It all smells awful.
Well, I think you're going to be a great contribution to society, Dan.
Thank you.
I think
with a mind like that,
all three of us went with that. I think it says a lot about our personalities.
I'm a father.
You just know more.
Yeah.
You're older than us.
Yeah, about the ways that a vagina can stretch and distort. Yeah. It's bad. And tear.
Oh.
You've seen it firsthand.
I know. Wish we had more of that in the movies.
Yeah,
the movies. Like, just movies in general.
Knocked Up did it first, all right?
So, you're alien scum! Made me really think that this has to be in Alex Jones's top 5 favorite films. Just like
oh my god, like it's literally what he thinks the world is.
Yeah, it's just every day for him. This is like he is Billy. He's goddamn Billy. Like every day he's looking over his fucking shoulder because they're slurping at him.
But he's Billy when Billy leaves the hospital and he's getting
in his Jeep
and he's just like,
that.
I know people are looking for me. Everything I said is true.
Yeah, they're literally. I'm not paranoid. I have real fears.
All my fears are real.
All my fears are real.
And his friend Milo's like, this is a trap. They're setting you up. They brought you your Jeep. And he's like, no, they just want me to be happy.
And then he goes to Clarissa's house. He goes to Clarissa's house and she's like, don't go home. And he's like, they want me to come home. The party's about to start.
Well, yeah, he just says party hardy.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Hold on. Where is
it's time to party hardy.
Where is it? What does she say to him? Oh, god damn it. What was it? What was the fucking line? Oh, fuck me. It was so...
Line. We need a line. We need a line.
Feed me the line.
Where's the script? Where's the fucking script?
God damn it.
To bring the script. Where's the script supervisor?
I didn't write down the fucking line. I didn't write the
fuck
fucking
you,
line.
butthead.
But,
hey, fuck you, butthead.
God damn it. What was... it was like when she fucking lays him down, it's just the corniest fucking shit. God damn it. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter because you don't remember it.
Doesn't matter. Not going to solve it.
We're not figuring it out right now.
Yeah, except that I am. I'm going to find it right now in the movie.
Beautiful. I like when the cop does he call Billy naturally fucked up?
Yeah.
The cop
guess you're just naturally
angriest.
fucked up.
The whole movie. I think any time I see a cop in a film being that much of a cock, I immediately just like get mad because I was very angry by that character.
Yeah, you're not supposed to like him. He had a kind face though.
Yeah, he looked like he could have been in Twin Peaks, the original show.
Oh, OG style. All right, so Dan is checked out right now.
Yeah, I'm gone. Bye.
Honestly, the fucking woods, I don't even know what the fuck was going on in the woods.
Okay, that was crazy, weird.
You find out later, but still, like, it doesn't. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking filming that scene. We're like, Billy shows up, and he goes in the woods, and then Milo is like following him, and then another car shows up, and it's like Ted Ferguson and shit.
Yeah.
And they go in, and he finds what's his face's dead body. Whoever the guy is, the fucking kid from Billy Madison.
Oh, that is what he looked like.
He totally looks like the kid from Billy Madison.
He does. That's what I was thinking
on
the
the
whole time.
on the debate team.
I couldn't place it, but that's it.
Yeah, that's for sure it. And that dude's dead.
Was his name Milo?
No, Milo's the friend who's like, no.
Yeah, Milo's the guy who put the shit in his locker and stuff. Like, for no reason. Just to freak out his friend who clearly already has issues.
Dude, I love Milo when he walks up to Billy in the hallways, like right after Billy like just got broken up with pretty much, and Milo's just like smirking, like just walks up to him, just like, oh, well, what happened here? Like, it's just like so shitty of him. I love it so much.
Also, here you go, Lean Machine Jelly Bean.
Oh,
Lean
yeah,
Machine
I remember that.
Jelly Bean was just, it was
Who
one
said that?
That's Clarissa.
To
Clarissa
Billy
said that?
Yeah, she's a class
regarding
act.
his body.
I mean, she did offer to pee in his tea.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Drip. Would you like a drip? A sprinkle of piss?
That's the thing I like about this movie, though. Like, all the lines that are just so, like, fucking just out there. Like, that's what makes this movie so fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And just, like, the random shit that isn't explained. Like, the fucking mother who's just puking out, like, hair. Or she's eating it or something. I don't know what the fuck. When you first see her, she, like, touches her mouth. And Billy, like, goes up to like, hi, my name's Billy Whiteman or whatever the fuck, trying to like introduce himself, and she's like,
to me the mother is one of the biggest mysteries of this film. Like,
for sure,
Bobek mom. I don't really, because she at first you're like, oh, she's fucking one of the, like, she's their fucking like enforcer person or whatever, but no, she's just a simple, kindly lady.
A half
trying to eat some
really
hair.
Likes hair. Yep.
Yeah, and she comes on the adventure like
and it makes no sense that she's Clarissa's mom, because Clarissa's obviously implicit in this and has been doing it for a while, and then has, I guess, a change of heart with Billy.
That's what I'm saying. Clarissa doesn't make any sense either.
Yeah, why the fuck is that her mom, and is her mom involved? What the fuck is her mom? Because she's not like any of the other characters.
Yeah, no, she doesn't. Yeah. She's not like any of the other characters, and she's not like Clarissa, who is like the other characters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's like
they couldn't decide.
Yeah,
they couldn't decide whether they wanted who. They're just making her jump sides the whole time. They're like, makes her character complex
because she scares off.
Because she's so simple, so we had to make her a little bit more complex.
So, yeah, in the eyes of the other characters, I guess. But like the girlfriend who's broken up with Billy and then is stalking him to Clarissa's house. That her and her friend get scared off when they're like, oh, who is that? And it's the mom showing up. And I think that's when we meet her.
Yeah, for sure.
So she's like an imposing, like automatically introduces this imposing,
and like the camera angle
figure.
where she like walks in the room, it's like from her perspective, and it seems like it's gonna be like scary. And he's like, oh shit, what the fuck?
Yeah, like,
but then
she was obviously intended to create unease in the first like scenes she's introduced in, but then she becomes pretty much a savior. By the
She's
end.
the savior of the entire film.
She saves Billy at the end by just sitting on Ted.
Yeah, that was silly. And like gets off and just like how the whole entire movie like just ends. Like it's so ridiculous.
Oh yeah, no, it was just like, okay, we're done.
But the last line, we'll get to that, is my favorite.
The very last line was an unintelligible mumble.
It was amazing.
Like the very last line.
Let's wait. It's so good.
The judge says like, well, I guess we're gonna have a new, still gonna have an opening in DC this summer, if you know what I mean. And then the other guy just goes,
no.
And that's the fucking movie. And that's the end of the fucking movie.
And then it's like, and the credits roll. It's like, I loved it. It was so good. That and the button scene are like my favorite shit in the movie.
Okay, so talking about the end of the movie, at the very end, right before the final scene, when David kills Ted and sticks his hand up his ass and through his mouth, are they implying that he gets the powers of the scummy aliens?
that was weird.
That did he become one of them, or is he the first person to ever defeat one of them?
It doesn't. It's none of it is explained.
So,
it doesn't.
I know. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it is fucking
Dan's
crazy.
Computer is freezing, so now it made me pause in my thought.
Yeah. Anyway,
say fuck.
Are we back now? Can we hear each other now?
Yeah,
great.
Yeah, you're doing great.
But no, I was confused also when are you saying after he beat him, why they were all suddenly so fucking terrified?
Yeah.
Well, they just stop. They're just like, oh, that's never happened before.
Yeah. They all seem shocked and scared, and then with that final line, it makes it comical. It turns it from them being scared to being like, oh well.
Yeah, they're not gonna nothing matters. They're still going.
Yeah.
There were also mumbles of oh, don't touch him, as if just touching him, is he the chosen one? You all just fucking implode, just go inside out now?
Yeah.
Because he's got the power of the fucking rubber fist.
Okay, so before that, when he's running through the rooms and stuff, and then his mom is in that room, and she grows these man hands that she's doing that are her legs now. And for one split second, it's a doll or something.
Yeah.
On top, it looks so weird, and then never again. It just shows her walking on the hands. But it's for that split second, you're like, what the fuck? Why did they even do that?
Yeah.
It looks so fucking bad.
Also, I feel edible fantasies is a pretty niche market, and I just haven't heard that referenced in a movie before. When the sister pops out from the mom's vagina when she's walking with the hands, and just if you have any edible fantasies, this would be the time to play it now.
Yeah.
And then of course we have Butthead Dad. Oh, I guess I am a butthead. Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah, which is so they wrote that line because they were gonna do that effect.
Way ahead. You think this was just on accident, Alan? No, this was. They're
oh my god,
planning.
we made a butt thing, and we could totally use this. It's perfect.
We could literally make him a butthead.
The therapist goes to the room. Hey guys, come on down. And they're like, we're changing. Into what?
Dude, the therapist, his mouth,
the Joker
that shit looks
shit.
That shit looked insane. It was at first I was like, oh, that new fucking Truth or Dare movie. That's what it looks like.
It was Jack Nicholson's The Joker.
But then it looks it just looks like clay and weird shit formed around. It looks so weird and awesome. I liked it.
Well, yeah. I just kind of thought, I was like, did they run out of time and they couldn't blend it a little bit?
They're just finished. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, it looked like it looked like the Joker from the Tim Burton movie.
Yeah, him without the makeup.
Yeah, if you take
but unfinished. It looks just paste.
It's missing. It looks like it's
yeah.
missing the Joker makeup, but the white clown makeup.
Even just any makeup at all. You can see the separation on the face of where it's on his face and his actual face begins.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
So it was a little strange, but I didn't, I didn't care that much. I was like, all right, we're here. This movie's being crazy right now.
They put enough of an effort into it, honestly. I think the shots where it was these wider shots of all the different people sucking on the
oh my god, yeah,
kid.
David Blanchard. That was amazing. I loved that so much.
Yeah, that was probably some of the coolest photography in the movie, in my opinion.
When
it looked the craziest. That's the stuff that reminded me of Sallow.
They stuck their fingers in the butt in his butt, like a squishy.
Jello butt.
I love that so much.
Just fucking pudding ass. Just vanilla pudding ass with a fucking chocolate pudding doo-doo center. And they were just scooping right into it, dude. Just custard style.
He was very good at acting out that scene, honestly. He was like, he looked mortified as shit.
Jordan looked up while we were watching it, and I think he took we paused it so you go to the bathroom, and she told me that that kid did like screamed so hard and played it so realistically that they had to cut the scene down by 10 minutes so they could avoid getting the X rating because the kid made it so horrific to watch.
That's awesome.
Yeah, his performance was apparently way crazier, and they like cut it the fuck down.
Damn, it's good. I like it.
That's dope.
Yeah, makes me want to see the extra 10 fucking minutes of that shit.
Minutes of him just screaming.
And them torturing him with body horror effects.
And someone has a camera and is filming it. Did you notice that? So I was just like, oh yeah, like
yeah. It was hilarious.
I love that. That was so good.
It took this really satirical tone at the end. I felt like it kind of played it straight the whole movie. There's obviously moments of comedy, but they feel unintentional for the most part. It's like bad acting and stuff. But then at the very end, it was like, oh, maybe it was all on purpose.
Yeah. Like just the last line in general. It's just like, okay, this was clearly taken very lightly.
The exterior house shots did kind of remind me of Get Out, so I mean that makes it a comedy, right?
What was that, Dan?
Yeah, we had lost.
Never mind, it was a bad joke. It's a bad joke. The exterior.
We'll hear it when you send us your recording. We'll hear it when you send us that recording.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh my god!
It's gonna be in the podcast. It's just like weird. Like we lost you. It's also gonna be in there too.
Yeah. Let's see. Did my GoPro stop recording? I think it did. Hold on.
Cool. I'll cut away to Alan right here.
Hi, folks. I'm dying.
This is the end of the world.
We're all dying.
My battery's dead on my GoPro. Oh well.
It's cool, dude. We can use what we've got.
What?
We'll use the footage you do have.
What? What?
So them.
I'm so
still looks super like weird, like
my pants. Sorry.
Right when they start doing the weird sex pepperoni molding Jabba the Hutt kind of weird shit, this movie, that shit's so impeccable, and they unravel at the end too, and that guy has like the mole of fucking David
that was great
on his face.
Beauty mark.
I got a beauty mark. Yeah.
Okay, so like that made me think of they like absorb their DNA or something and like take their features and stuff.
Yeah, I thought there would be like a thing like older people did like to like get youthful or something. I don't fucking know.
It kind of has this being John Malkovich vibe.
Here's what I'm wondering: is this? Are we talking reptilian overlords? Because they were talking about, okay, we're not aliens. We've been here just as long as you people living underneath the earth. You know, you think about it. They're living subterranean. They come up, they eat us, they slurp out our jelly.
But they pose as high society, like the high society is the reptilians.
Yeah, for sure.
Exactly what
it is.
Do you know about David Icke? Yeah, the high society is the reptilians. Fucking Obama, fucking Hillary, fucking I mean, have you listened to Alex Jones? Alien Satanist scum, motherfuckers, reptilian sons of bitches. Coming up, trying to eat babies, trying to fucking suck on our giblets, trying to just turn our asses into pudding and stuff. That's all they want. All they want is our ass pudding.
Hillary Clinton is literally a fucking demon. And that's all I have to say.
Alien Satanist scum!
So they're poisoning the water. They're making us gay. They're making the frogs gay.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's gay frogs. Senior gay frogs. He turns that dude. He turns Turd Ferguson inside out, and
gives him the old.
Right after that, they just fucking run away. Like it's so weird. And then the movie's over, and that line happens, and and then me and Chase went, "Wow,
You laughed, and then I laughed, and then Jordan laughed, and then we sat there and laughed for 5 minutes.
But we did it like that. I was like, ha, and then I let him laugh.
And it was ha, 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 ha.
I was grossed out, and then
now.
that final line with just the final joke wasn't that funny, but the final line that was just a mumble was fucking hilarious.
It was the best thing. Like, it was like they were just like, oh, we don't care. We don't care about the fucking lines. Like, it literally is an indication. It was just like, yeah, it didn't fucking matter.
Fuck it.
I love that.
Yeah.
So fucking awesome.
Dude,
the best way to end that movie.
I couldn't even understand, like, when they were showing all the people, like, in the bot, like, they showed the wide shot of David once he's all fucking jellified. I couldn't even comprehend what was what in that. Like, he was just so fucking taffy pulled out that it was so confusing to see where everybody was. And there were just, like, extra eyeballs popping off of stuff and just toes.
Yeah, and it was weird that they were, like, eating the eyeballs and, like, licking them and shit. And I was like, no, that still needs to serve a function later. Yeah, that was very strange. I love the just, like, membranous weird face tube. Like, just going blending in with the skin and stuff. That shit was so weird with the two little nostril holes.
The fleshy proboscis thing. Yeah, like the
kind of looked fantastic.
Like a little bit of like Alec Baldwin in Beetlejuice when he had like the stretched out beak thing. There's a little but like if that was a sucker.
I kept on thinking Alf. I was thinking Alf. Like so
I kind of thought Alf.
Which is weird. I don't usually like to think about Alf, but
not in that way. Not in that context. I don't want to think about Alf sucking someone's like stomach out of them or something.
Suck my toes.
Yum.
I will say when they kill when the main guy kills the fucking first kid
Ted.
by shoving his Ted or whatever his name is by shoving his hand up his ass and out of his mouth. I wasn't expecting that. And it kind of freaked me out for a second. It kind of did. I was like, oh, fuck.
Well, that was like the second time it happened, wasn't it? Because didn't they do that to David as well?
That's what I'm talking about. The first time they did it.
Oh,
okay. Definitely.
No, that.
Yeah, that was fucking crazy.
Yeah, it was like, holy shit. I mean, the effect was only okay. Like when you really... I'm sure if you went and rewatched it, it's like, okay. I mean, it obviously looked... God damn it. It obviously looks fake. But... it still fucked with my head a little bit.
Yeah,
dude, and just how fucking greasy and like just moist that fucking Judge is. Like how
he loves everything wet.
The end of his cigar,
so fucking wet.
No, not even that. But the end of his cigar just disgusted me so much. Just so sloppy. Everything else was just sopping wet, just covered in like oil and just cum and blood and piss. It was great.
Honestly, the cigar like freaked me out the most. I was like, get that fucking cigar out of here, dude. Like, you're gonna fucking burn somebody. I was just like, oh no. Yeah, I thought he was
gonna use it to burn somebody.
For sure, I did too.
Yeah. Like, you can't get that smell out of sofas, man.
Or your skin.
Yeah. I mean, you can get it out of your skin, but I guess you have to suck someone else's essence before you can do it.
Yeah.
Beauty mark.
Yeah.
Every word he said sounded like a slurp.
Did his character get introduced in the beginning of the orgy scene? I don't remember his character before they catch David.
I believe so.
Or Billy.
I believe he's around when Billy comes home at some point. He's like with their parents.
Yeah, they introduce him and he comes down the stairs.
Yeah,
that's right.
The Judge.
That's right. And then he's talking to the dad at some point, and he's like, they're talking about David like spying on the sister.
Oh yeah,
and how like that's like they can take care of the problem kind of thing.
I love the dad during the orgy scene when he's not a butt. Like, he's fucking great. He's so happy. Like crazy as shit.
Then after he's a butt in the post orgy scene, after the fight and everything, or during the fight, he's like fucking Popeye. Like, what's up with what he's just like cockeyed the whole time.
Yeah, he's
like one eye.
He's so entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Dan is frozen.
Yeah, it's
Really? Seems fine to me.
We're getting a little jumpy, getting a little chop.
Hey, it's
Well,
okay. These are kinks we'll work out as we continue to refine this.
West Coast
Yeah,
choppers.
Chopping up.
Hey, we're on the West Coast.
There's nothing else to say about this movie.
Nothing else.
Okay, all we can say is like, okay, I personally liked this movie a lot, despite some obvious problems. Like I thought it was pretty. I would recommend this to people. Like I would recommend this.
Certain people.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I obviously am not going to go
select crowd. Yeah.
to my mom and tell her to watch it. Yeah.
I know who I'd recommend this to.
I already recommended it to somebody today.
I've recommended it to a couple people today too. Honestly, all I had to do was send that picture of the dad as a butthead to people, and they're like, "What's that?" I'm like,
yeah,
gotta watch this shit.
Yeah,
that's the
image,
hook right there.
Yeah,
that is a hook, line, and sinker. That image of the dad as a butthead to me is the most reminiscent of like a Dali painting. Like I'm pretty sure that's in a Dali painting.
I love that. It's like very. It reminded me of the guy from Beyond as well. Have you seen From Beyond, Dan?
No.
Well, that movie's fucking weird as shit.
Yeah, that movie's
honestly, you just
bizarre.
need to watch everything Stuart Gordon and Brian Yuzna have ever done, because
Yeah.
it's all like everything I've watched I've enjoyed very thoroughly.
Yeah, they all have like Stuart Gordon and this Brian Yuzna guy apparently are like somewhat competent filmmakers that just like love the schlock, but they do it pretty well.
I was gonna say, is it more body horror stuff? Because I love. Yeah, no, I fucking.
Yeah,
love
well,
body
you've seen
From Beyond is like straight
Re-Animator,
up body
right?
horror.
Yeah, I've seen Re-Animator, and the
Same
second one.
guys. Stuart Gordon, Jeffrey Combs. Like Jeffrey Combs is in Beyond, From Beyond, and he's in Castle Freak, and they're fucking amazing.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it.
After listening to y'all's episode, I want to see Castle Freak. I have not seen that.
Castle Freak's
Did you listen to that?
Scooby Doo as fuck.
I have not even listened to our Castle Freak episode since we recorded it. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it sounds like. I know the audio quality's bad.
It's not that bad. It's fine. Everyone go listen to it right after this.
Just to start deterring people from
I got some
watching our
plugs.
episodes.
Castle Freak. Not the movie. Our episode.
Our episode of Castle Freak.
I thought you were just plugging Castle Freak, the guy, the dickless.
Yes.
Freak.
Yeah, the freak.
That freak.
He's a freak.
Yeah, we are definitely gonna have to watch some more Stuart Gordon, Brian Yuzna films.
Connecting video.
I don't think this film did too well. So,
Financially?
yes. So it was released in 1989 in Europe, but it wasn't released till 1992 in the US. And apparently it didn't do well at all. And Brian Yuzna was like surprised.
Well, okay, I will say this. He made a competent film. If I made that film, I would be proud. That movie like has some great shit in it. I mean, it's not perfect, but I feel like there's things to be proud about.
Yeah.
There's way worse movies that are way more popular. And
yeah.
I feel like if it had come out in like 88, 89, it would have, like in America, it would have done better, because by 92, the body horror thing was like
Yeah.
not as mainstream.
Yeah. Well, it felt very 80s as well. Like waiting 3 fucking years, that's kind of fucking insane.
Yeah, like a lot changes in 3 years.
Oh.
I mean, yeah. And it's not a period piece. It took place the year it came out, and the styles changed rapidly at the change of decades. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I feel like this movie
Didn't
could
have
have
a
done
fucking
better.
chance.
Yeah, it didn't have a chance. If Brian Yuzna, that had been successful and he'd gotten picked up, we probably would have gotten
Oscars.
some cool body horror movies that had bigger budgets.
Maybe.
The dude still has a career though. Like he made a bunch of movies.
Is he still making stuff?
Yeah. He did a movie called Faust with Jeffrey Combs that's supposed to be like really entertaining, that we watched Best of the Worst on the other night or last night.
I don't think that's new though. That's like 1996.
It's like 98, but it's newer.
Yep, that's 20 years ago.
He made a movie like
that's 20
he made a movie
years
like
ago.
4 years ago.
He's still working.
Yeah, like at Target.
He's the guy with the soul patch.
He works a seasonal job for the Halloween store. Duh.
Electronics department. She's like, hey, did you get that Blu-ray Castle Freakin' yet?
He's the most qualified seasonal Halloween store employee there's ever been.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, and what's the Mad George? What's that guy's name again?
Screaming Mad George.
Screaming Mad George.
George.
Surrealist.
That's a guy that I want to look up and see what the fuck else he's done.
He did
a bunch of shit,
He did
and
Re-Animator. He did Re-Animator 2. He did Bride of Re-Animator. He worked on Faust. He worked on a bunch of shit. I looked him up before this. Yeah, he worked on a bunch of shit.
I did too, and you remembered.
Right on.
Yeah, I didn't remember everything he'd done, but he was pretty much known for working almost exclusively with Yuzna.
Yeah. He did Star.
Well, hell yeah.
He was on Star Kid. Do you guys remember Star Kid?
No.
It was from like 94 or 96 or something, and it was about like a kid finds like a little crash spaceship thing, and then it puts this robot suit on him, and then he's like fucking fighting bad guys and shit. It was dumb as fuck, but it was also dope as fuck, because when you were a little kid, you were like, I want to find a goddamn mech suit, like living metal mech suit. Fuck yeah.
Hell fucking yeah.
Hell fucking yeah.
You know, a little bit more
super
wholesome.
cool for you.
Yeah, that sounds a little bit more wholesome.
Yeah, slightly more wholesome than Blood Orgy.
Screaming Mad George. I love that they credited the makeup artist as the surrealistic makeup effects.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's hilarious that they had to quantify that it was surrealistic.
Gotta let the people know.
Dude, this guy worked on Predator and Big Trouble in Little China and The Abyss and shit. Yeah, he's been with like the biggest of the directors.
Good man.
Yeah, that's cool.
He did it. You did it, George. All right, let's wrap this up. What was your favorite part of the film, Dan?
Favorite part? I mean, just there's so many. I loved the Mumble line. Mumble line was phenomenal.
I think we'd all agree. Like the little end of the movie is, but single-handedly crushes it.
It was those lines. It was It was like those lines, like do you want me to piss in your tea? Like that. Just that shit was just perfect for me. Yeah. I think those lines and God, there was one other one that was really phenomenal. Butthead, all those moments were just the tops for me.
Yeah,
tip top, right on. How about you, Chase? Do you have a favorite part?
Yeah, a lot of the moments that Dan said were like some of my favorite things in the whole movie for sure. I kind of loved like throughout the whole thing how dumb the main character is. He's such a fucking moron, like stumbling through this movie that kind of put a smile on my face the entire time. Which is rare for me. I usually hate dumb main characters, but this guy like really, he sold me on having a fucking idiot as your main guy. But no, I think like the final line and like the whole fucking half an hour ending, the whole orgy body, like the full on body.
That was what everything was ramping up to. Is fan-fucking-tastic.
Yeah. I do want to say this movie established a really weird tone up until then, where you aren't sure whether or not like any of this is actually happening or not, and like it kind of maintains this weird like uncomfortable horror vibe without ever anything like horrifying happening for the most part.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
It lasts for a while. Like it got to a point where I was like, is this just going to be the movie? That it's just like pretty effectively like tonally uncomfortable the entire time. Obviously not. But I think that it did a pretty good job.
It did do a good job.
The sound design, really helped with it. They did really good sound design on that.
The music, so much of the music was so fucking good.
Yeah.
Just like, damn, yes.
The music and the cinematography, to be quite honest, like the shots were all good. Like everything looked good, and they did some complicated stuff. So I don't know. I think overall, I really like this movie.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah. I think my favorite part was the button. The fucking button I love so goddamn much. Just like, oops, told ya. And then Milo going to the fucking hospital. And they'd be like, you got to go to the morgue. And he's like, what? No. Like,
that part's awesome.
That part as well. Those two parts in the end, fucking hands down favorite fucking parts. I love them so much.
Actually,
I forgot about the nose.
I do want to mention one more part is the hypnotic power of Clarissa's vagina on Billy. Like, she barely starts to spread her legs like during the debate.
Oh,
and he
shit.
just,
I forgot about
becomes
that.
stupified. Like, just cannot.
I know.
Does it,
and
no
people in the audience
just
are noticing.
Yeah. Just goes.
Everybody in the auditorium notices, and they're like, people are getting pissed and people are laughing. And when he finally comes back, he just makes fun of the other kid the entire time.
Yeah.
Look at that idiot.
And it happens like twice more throughout the movie where he just sees her and just becomes like, does she have like psychic powers too? Is that one of her things? I don't, because he became so literally stupefied by her.
Well, and he becomes stupefied at other moments in this movie too. Like when he leaves the hospital, it almost seems like he's hypnotized.
Oh, that stupefied is a term. He does become stupefied.
He was pretty stupefied the whole movie.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Stupefied.
I thought you were going more of the collard greens around.
Instead, you went full on Hermione Granger on us. No, I feel like hypnosis or mind control was part of their powers implied. Like, to me, at other parts in this movie,
lots of implications.
Yeah, this movie has so many implications of what's going on, but no explanations.
It's just the controlling power of society.
And pussy.
Society.
And pussy.
That's right.
And pussy.
And face pussy. All right, let's fucking wrap this up. Thank you everyone for listening. I hope you got.
Can we rate? Are we gonna rate it? Are we gonna rate? Can we rate?
You can rate it, Dan. I'm not gonna fucking rate it.
Great. I want to rate it. I want to rate it. I want to say like a 10 out of 13 wet, sloppy, taffy scrotums filled with fucking just blood cum piss mixture.
Oh man. That's the nastiest rating we've had on the podcast so far.
Hey, it's 10 out of 13. It's not bad.
It's
10 out of 13. It's pretty good, you know. I like it. Is what I'm saying is I like that fucking taffy nutsack.
Yes.
It's salty, dude.
Salty and sweet, babe. Kind of smells like bleach.
That's all that cum.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was getting at.
That's where it comes from.
Yeah.
All right. Well. God damn it.
No. All right. Before we close out, let's have a proper ending of this. Dan Jopling, do you have anything you would like to mention before we drop out of this thing?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you to my moms and dads, and I just want to say thank you to my Lord Savior, Jesus Christ, and all of his Christmas crackers and all his little chipmunk angels that float around him and protect him and sing him Christmas carols all throughout the year and keep the spirit of joy of Christmas in his heart at all times. And, you know, I also just want to praise Satan, and I just want to say, get that pussy, get that dick, get that money. Love you.
Wow.
That was beautiful.
Thanks.
And I think he has a podcast coming out at some point. So if you liked that.
Yeah. If you like him on this, which you'll probably hear him again soon. Like, you'll probably hear him again on here soon.
Fingers crossed.
You should check out his other podcast whenever the fuck they decide to release it.
Yeah. Who knows when that's going to be.
But yeah, thanks everyone for listening.
Go follow us on Instagrams and Twitters. We got the @ComingOfAgePod and @ComingOfAgePod_. You guys know the deal. I know this is probably somebody's first episode. It's always somebody's first episode, but
they made it all the way to the end.
Yeah, if you made it to the end, we fucking love you.
Thank you so much. Goodbye, everyone.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it. I love you.
We love you. Thank you.
We love you too. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Fuck you.